Greetings. Happy Wednesday. How are y'all doing? Ah, what a full moon that was. Oh my gosh. I had the most incredible time last night. Um, I, me and some friends arranged to go to the beach and do ritual last night and just be with the ocean, and which is governed by Cancer. The ocean is Cancerian. It's also Piscean as well. It's also Scorpion. But the moon pulls the tide of the ocean, and Cancer rules the moon. And so we were at the ocean last night doing ritual, and it was really beautiful. So this is a really powerful full moon because we have been having Pluto going through Capricorn, which is the opposite sign of Cancer. Pluto is the destroyer. Cancer is the mother. Capricorn is the father. And so it's like Cancer is the mother, our own personal mother, our home inside of ourselves. We get our mothers create a home in their wombs for us to be born. America is also a Cancer. Did y'all know that? 4th of July, that's Cancer. So America is in its Pluto return right now. So the karmic structures that were created at the onset of this country in 1776, which were founded upon suppression, oppression, superiority, and slavery, are completely dead. And that is why, during, before the months leading up to the election, that I was saying that I wasn't going to be voting. I wasn't going to be giving my energy to the election because I knew cosmically that there was a new cycle starting, and I wanted to have my energy for myself. I didn't want to put it back into this systemic, oppressive, slave-driven system that drains the energy of its citizens and doesn't really support us in being true to ourselves, which is, how about this? It supports us in being true to ourselves in covert ways. If you have to go through a maze to do it, and that's fine. But, we're moving out of that age of trickery and into an age of unique divine expression. And so I didn't want to put my energy there. So this full moon in Cancer is giving us the opportunity to go back to the very beginning, the onset of our own personal lives, of the and then of our ancestors, because Cancer is our ancestry. So I have been using this energy to do rituals to pull my energy back through the cosmic portals, right? Through this lifetime and any other lifetime where my energy has been funneled for the well-being of others and not for myself. There's something so significant about the mother energy, that Cancerian energy, is that it is clannish. It is security seeking. It is safety needing. It nurtures towards with the emotions and our feelings, right? So what we see is that for hundreds of years, many of us have been caught up emotionally in a system that has drained our energy. One of the things that I'm so aware of, that how the system has used our energy as Black people is that it has forced us into a space of denial. So for years, we could never speak up about what we were feeling, what we were experiencing, what we were going through without fear of retribution. So there was a silencing that happened in this country. And so, so many of us haven't spoken about the things that our family members endured, the things that our ancestors endured, because it was shunned. There was retribution for it. So that Cancer is this energy of emotions, of feeling. And so that is one of the ways that this country has harnessed the emotions and feelings of Black people. And so because we didn't have outlets for our rage, for our anger, for our upset, how we expressed it is through our art, through blues, through jazz, through hip hop. We also expressed it through gang violence and, and being angry, being full of anger and rage. And then that fueled their prison system, right? So it is important now for us to come back to our own energy and begin to do the work to uncover those suppressed and oppressed spaces inside of our own bodies, our own systems, our own minds, our own emotional, fields, our own auric fields, so that we can have that energy for ourselves and use it as we desire, no longer giving it away for free, no longer allowing the system or the suppression of Black and brown people or women to harness the desires of this corporate American structure that is built upon slavery, because it's over now. That's what I'm saying. But it's over when you determine that you are not going to participate any longer. That is how it is over. So that is the full moon in Cancer. And that is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury in Capricorn. I'm sorry, so many terminologies moving through me. Mercury governs the mind, how we think, how we've been conditioned to think in Capricorn. And so at the 15th degree, Mercury is saying it's meeting resistance. It's like, I don't want to be who I was any longer. Like, so resistance is like, you're going along your way and you're just doing your thing. And then you have your ideas and you talk to somebody and they go, well, why do you think that? And then you have to guess again. You have to kind of second guess. Well, why did you say that? And that's resistance, just a little bit of pushback, right? So at the 15th degree of Capricorn, Mercury, the mind, we are going to begin to push back against the old ways of thinking, the old patriarchal forms of creating, the old systems of suppression. We're going to push back and determine for ourselves to be sovereign, to think for ourselves, to choose for ourselves, to use our energy in the way that we desire to use it. That is what this Cancer full moon is about. And the Cancer moon today is also at 15 degrees of Cancer, which again is this resistance. It's inside of yourself, being able to expand beyond your regular formed programming, being able to question, does this serve me any longer? I mean, this is a very intricate, subtle way of being right now, because you got to feel. You got to give yourself the opportunity to feel. Last night I was out with friends, and I want to give you an example of how subtle it is. I was out with friends. We're at the beach, and I asked a friend of mine who came late, did you bring this particular thing? And they said, no, I did not. Ma'at, I'm sorry, stop it. And they said, no, I did not. And then they responded to me, why didn't you ask me? And I said, I don't always want to remind you of things. I don't want to do everything. That's what I said. I don't want to do everything. And they responded, you're going to get this later. Like, it was a little bit of a threat, like, you're going to pay for that later. And I felt it inside of myself. And I felt myself want to go to war with them. I felt myself want to be verbally attacking or energetically attacking. And I just caught it. I just caught it and just let it go. I just noticed it and went, But in the past, I would have made that mean war. I would have made that mean that they were being unkind to me, or that I should retaliate in some way. And that is a behavior, a way of thinking, a way of being with the masculine that was formulated in my childhood. So in that moment, I caught and I did not react to it, and I literally watched it wash away. So this is the subtle way that we have to be with these energies to undo them. We have to feel them. We have to be listening. And how I do that is by doing rituals. The rituals make me more sensitive. They make me more alert. They make me more awake. Ancestral work, all of those things really help. And so I encourage you to be really mindful of your patterns, your early childhood patterns, your ancestral patterns that have come through the beginning and the early foundations of this country that are still running inside of us, and begin to question everything. So guess what? The link is available for Rebirth of the Authentic Self. Become your God image. Isn't that amazing? Rebirth the authentic self, become your God image, because we are made in the image and likeness of God. And starting on January 21st, I'm going to begin a 12-month course that takes us through all of the phases of entering the age of Aquarius, through all of the aspects of the self, really coming home to ourselves, questioning everything about ourselves, who we've been, how we've been. And like I said, it will touch on being able to look at the early formations of our family structure, our feminine structure, our masculine structure, through the constructs of this country and how we become who we are, and begin to question and do the work and the rituals to become someone new, because we can redesign ourselves. We can make ourselves in the image of God that we desire. So I encourage you to go register. It will be, the investment will be $97 a month. It will include speakers, rituals, the astrology, readings, everything you will need to shift yourself into a new way of being for the first year, because we have to take small steps. So this is a step into a new way of being, and I encourage you to join me, and I'm so excited. So if you haven't already gotten signed up for the grand conjunction reading, I encourage you to do that. Many of you already have. I'm so excited. And I'm going to ask you to share this video about the full moon in Cancer, because it is so keen. Not only it's keen to Black people, because we were the ones who came and built this country, and our energy is trapped in that system of enslavement, even still today through capitalism. So it's very significant for us. But even white people suffer from this experience of slavery in a unique way. So this is for you as well. So share this video so that we can begin to open our minds and decolonize the way we think, the way we do relationship, the way we relate to food, the way we relate to our bodies, the way we relate to money, the way we relate to the environment. All of that stuff needs to be looked at so that we can recondition ourselves and be who God created us to be. We are made in the image and likeness of God. You are the image of God. You are making yourself now, and you always have been. So let's do it in a way that feels like it's right, like it's who we are. All right, I'm the Moon Mama. Peace and blessings. Happy full moon in Cancer. Bye-bye.